Hello everyone, it is Vitsu here. So, as promised, we will continue the Nekopara series, and this time we got a beautiful bootleg figure of Azuki. As you know, she was made by Binding. It is a 1/4 figure. That's about the original one. Here we again have the bootleg version. Something that needs to be said is all of the beautiful Nekopara figures from Bindings have very unique boxes, postcards as well. Bootlegs don't have such good boxes as they have. It's kind of changing. If you follow my Instagram, sometimes I add also pictures of the boxes of bootlegs, and they even try to replicate them, which is kind of crazy. But for these ones, for the Nekopara girls, we at least now have standard AliExpress low quality boxes, so nothing really similar. Okay, so I will also try to give you some pictures of the original one so you can compare it. As I mentioned, this figure probably would be a mix. I think so, as it was made by the same company as Coconut. Yeah. And it has similar flaws and similar issues. It obviously has some kind of improvement, because when we look at Coconut, as I mentioned, the hair quality, the shading was a little bit bad. With this one, it is surprisingly good. Azuki has its own good points and bad points, but we'll go to that. Again, how can you tell that she's a bootleg? You know, from this look, she's quite deceiving. When you look at her from like a distance, you probably will not notice it, that she looks pretty good. She looks like the character. She has the same pose, similar colors, face expression, like everything seems to be quite alright. But again, the first thing we look at is the apron. Yep. As I just mentioned with my beautiful coconut, again, the material is very thin, not like in the original one where it should be more thick. We don't have the same thing here. It's pretty thin. So it can already tell us that she's a bootleg. The same goes to her shirt. To the white pieces especially, they are very thin. So it already tells us, yep, that something is really wrong with her. That something is really wrong with our lady. Obviously, buying from good sources is also an option to avoid it, but as you know, you may try to, after the release, it might be very difficult to buy the figure that you want because it costs an arm and a leg. Also, it's a problem to find her anywhere in good condition, and also to find someone willing to sell it. If you like the series, you are not really likely to sell your favorite figure. Oh, are you? So, next thing that we need to mention, something that I noticed, it also has skin tone. I'm quite sure that the original figure has a bit, how to say that, a lighter skin tone, way lighter. When you compare it with the pictures of the real deal, you may see that her skin tone is way lighter, as well as her whole body. Especially also the face, the eyes. Like with this one, something seems off. Yeah, something seems off. So, but you probably notice this detail mostly through comparison. Yeah. Next one, because first we'll go to the bootleg details. Tail. Ha! Surprise! the tail. Something that I noticed pretty much in the original one is that the tail has better shading. And by better, I mean way better. So here we got this kind of like blobs of paint. So it doesn't have a lot of shading, yeah, I'm afraid. Okay, I lost it. So it's not a very good paint job. It wasn't very well made. So that would be kind of like a complaint, yeah. So the brown stripes have more like blending to them. So that's the difference, yeah. They have a different, I mean, they have the same brown color, but it's a little bit like ombre. So it's simply way better made. I think so that the picture will tell you, will describe it way better than I. Okay, so now let's look at also something positive. So something kind of deceiving. First thing, because now I'm just telling you about the bootleg version, but I also want to tell you how exactly she looks. I want to show it, so it would be some kind of comparison. So first thing you notice is the amazing hair. Yeah, they paid a lot of details to the hair. So with that, I'm quite pleased. So as you can see, the hair sculpt, or how it was produced, because I don't know if I can say that a bootleg was sculpted. They are pretty cheap, so I doubt that they have been putting a lot of, work and attention to them. When they look similar, probably it's good. Maybe it's changing, who knows it. Next thing, you can see that the shading, the structure, the little small bows as well. Like everything looks really good. Also the back of her had the hair. I mean, it's fantastic. Like for a bootleg, it's pretty rare to have it done so well, so nice. You have the same pieces of clothing as well. We will move to that. Also from this side, so you can see it really properly. Yes, as I tried to compare it with the original, it's pretty close. It's way. Oh god, this is also an issue with the figure. As you can see, she looks good, but judging from the pose, you can also guess that something is not right. Yep. And that's her problem. See? She wobbles. So they, in the bootleg, probably they didn't really put too much attention to the weight and to the pose. But as you know, when half of the figure is really at the front, something like that can happen. So she's wobbling. Be really careful when you display her. Nothing really bad happened to her. She didn't fall. But you definitely have to be really careful with this one. Okay, you got the face that she has. I have to say that even though it's a bootleg, the eyes were made quite okay. The face is also well made. What else? You can see that the head is detachable. All parts of the body are detachable. Pretty much. You have the name tag, you have the little bows, you have more bows. Pretty much they copied the whole suit. They copied the way you put it on. So you have a zipper here, the one that I showed you. You have at the back a little bow. You have the pieces of fabric, the white one, the black one. You tie it all together. So on that point, everything was copied. So on that point, I can show you also her, maybe not her pants, but her shoes. So even they have this little cat paws on them, which is such a cute detail. I have to say that the socks have a lot of shading. They look just simply they look just simply really, really good. For all of you, she's the same additional set, so 2 pens, one that she wears and additional one, and you can do whatever you want to do with them, like display her. What else? Are the hands movable? Yes, they are attachable. You can move them a little bit, but I wouldn't suggest doing that. Next things, the hands. Yeah, they look so good. These fingers look way better than expected. The same goes to the structure of the clothing. Apart from being extremely thin, it's pretty well structured. You can see that they put extra attention to the details, and by the details I mean the nails. You get the little bell that rings. So she's pretty much similar to our other figure. And as I mentioned also by the episode of Coconut, there are also 2 more figures of the Nekopara series that have bootlegs of them. They are easy to spot on. I would say that Azuki can be a little bit tricky if you don't know about it. And I would say that it is a pretty well made bootleg after all. That maybe it's not really, when you see the original one, it's probably no comparison. When it goes to the quality, to the face, and with everything, yeah, it's way better. But this one, it's not bad. Definitely not bad. So you have to be careful when you want to buy this lady. That's for sure. That's the sign that she's a bootleg. And you also have some kind of comparison. Also, let me show her side by side. Apart from one side, the one side will have in like, this way. It's good. And also maybe this way. Okay, the shoes, yeah, hooray. Because I cannot show you, unfortunately, also the back. Since it would be a little bit too much for YouTube probably to handle. Yeah, as well. And one more look to the front of the figure. And that would be it. That would be our Azuki. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. Next time I think we will move to other Nekopara girls. We have just 2 more. If something changes, I will let you know. So thank you for watching, and see you again in the next episode. Bye!